All right, so before we get started on this file, let's take a look at it. We've got this one sheet called cash flow that basically has the same layout as these other three right here, the Peoria, Campaign, and Rockford. And let's see what is in maximums. Maximum is slightly different. Okay, it doesn't have the same total setup. It's just that the three accounts here, these three spreadsheets have data in them, and cash flow is empty. But you can see too that the other sheets all have 25 columns and the data looks similar, and it is in fact exactly the same. So there's a reason for this. It's because we want to be able to consolidate this sheet, this cash flow sheet. Now, the first two instructions in your instruction category show us to take the to group the Peoria, Champaign, Rockford, and Cash spreadsheets, and then do some things to cell A2 through B2. We're going to center it, and then we're going to edit the contents of A10, and then we're going to ungroup the sheets. So let's go through in that process so that you can get an idea of how that happens. Okay, so first off, I click on cash flow, hold down my shift key, click on Peoria, Champaign, and Rockford, and they're grouped. Okay, now I let up my shift key and I go to A2 through B2 and I do the center horizontal across the section. That's the first part. Now the next part was to select they're still grouped now in A10. I want to go to A10 and change this to paid for marketing, and then hit enter. Okay, now I can ungroup the sheets. And what I want to do is I want to come over and double check to make sure the other three sheets got the paid for marketing and the centering, and yes, they did. And now I'm on Rockford and everything looks good. So I'm back on cash flow now. Now, when you're doing consolidation, you want to make sure that you've got the sheets exactly the same like that. That's one thing that's really important. Now, so now we're going to select the cash flow sheet and build a consolidation that comes in right here, okay, which was from B4 through B12, and I'm going to use the sum consolidation feature. So consolidation is over in data, and it's called consolidate, and you look, I'm in sum, but now I've got where I want the answer to come in, and I need to find the references that I want. Okay, so if I click on my browse button, oh, I don't need the browse button, I just need to click here. There I go. And then come over to Peoria. If I'd used browsed, I would have gone through different files, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to hit enter now and add that to the list. Then I'm going to come over to the next sheet, which is Champaign. Grab my information, add it to the list, and then the third is Rockford, and now it's picked it up, and I add it to the list. Okay, now I'm in good shape. Then that consolidated that information from the three sheets into this one. So what have I done so far? And now I've gone through and I build my consolidation. So I've done this, and I did the sum, so it's there, and so this step is finished. Okay, now now build a static consolidation for the cash section flow for the banking, and in cell B15 through B21 and delete the reference. Reference is in the consolidation dialog, and use the sum. Oh, okay. All right. So let's go back. So I'm doing B15 through B21, and I'm consolidating again. And these were the references from before, so it's telling you to take these off because this is a new consolidation. And so I delete these 3. And if I just keep my key here and go over to the next sheet, see, it stays open, and I just need to highlight what I want and then add it, and go to Champagne, and it picked it up that time. Add it, go to Rockford, picked it up, and add it, and okay. There's my consolidation for that one. And so let's go back to our instructions, cross this one off. And now I want to build a static consolidation for the cash balance at the beginning of the quarter in B24 and with the sum function. So let's go back to B24 on the cash flow sheet. B24, this one. And so that would be, what am I consolidating? Cash balance at the beginning of the quarter. Oh, okay. I'm bringing in all that information. So, okay, so I'm consolidating and I'm just bringing in that information. So I have to pull these out again. Come back, and this is the sum of this one, that one, and that one. Good. So now we've got all that information. I click OK, and there's my sum of that consolidation. I come back to my sheet, and what have I finished was this one. Now I want to insert a picture, and that's the file that I imported before. So I want to delete the contents of A1 in cash flow and click cell D2 and click the picture button, insert group. Oh, okay. So there we go. So I want, this is just in the cash flow sheet. So I'm taking off A1, deleting it, and then I'm putting the picture in. So I gotta go into insert, picture, find my school folder, school Questa again, and we're here and here, and we put it in this unit 6. Come on, open. There it is. There's my picture, and and I put that in and click the picture, place it at a default size, and hit the highlight box. Okay, so here we go. For heaven's sakes, it is big. So it came in as the default size, and then and then click the highlight box and picture tools format size group, and then it's 1, 2 to replace the default height, and press enter. Okay, so I'm going to click on the picture, and then I come here and I want to put in 1.2. Okay, there, now it's down. And let's see what my next instruction is. Format the row height to 6.25, which is 115 pixels. So I'm going to come here and take my row height to 115 pixels. 100. Right there. Got it. Okay, so point to the logo frame to display a move forward and then drag the image to appear in cell A1 as a main label for the worksheet. Well, it's in, oh, okay, let's see. This direction's a little ambiguous, but the only thing I can see that it really wants you to do is to click on it and then drag it up to A1. And so as long as it's all the way in, you should be there. And so let's go next, and we're going to click on A1 as the main label in the worksheet, and then click cell D2. So I'm ABCD2. All right. And create a dynamic consolidation for the statement of maximum of cash flows. I was a little perplexed on the instruction of why they had you to click in D2. The only thing I can think of is they wanted you to make sure that you were not still clicked on the image. So you had to click to D2 and then you go to the maximum of cash flows. But let's go here now. All right, so I'm over here in the dynamic consolidation for the statement of maximum cash flows. And I'm on the sheet and I'm selecting B4 through B12. So I'm coming here, B4 through B12. And I'm using the maximum as the function to consolidate. So when I come here, I'm going to go into consolidate, and instead of average, I'm going to have maximum in there. And this is, let's make sure this is going to the right place. No, I don't think so. Because we're doing select the ranges of B30. Yeah, so these need to be deleted. So I'm coming over now to my Peoria in my browse, and it's B30. B30 through 36. Wait a second. I thought the instructions were a little confusing here because they need to we need to be coming from here. So when I come over to Peoria, I'm getting the maximum for these right here, and I'm adding those. Let's see, I want to make sure that it's the cash received from clients, cash received from contracts. Okay, cash paid for salaries and wages, cash paid for inventory, cash paid for office supplies, cash paid for promotion, and cash paid for taxes. So that's what and I'm doing the other cash paid. So I am getting the right information. I just need to make sure that that's exactly what I've highlighted in the Peoria one as well. So let's go back to Peoria and double check these titles, and that is correct. So I just wanted to compare those titles to these titles to make sure that this instruction was correct. It's only because it is seemed a little ambiguous to me. So I'm going to come back over to the campaign now and add that one, and Rockford, and add that one. So I'm just using the maximum settings, and I should be getting now just the maximum result in those cells. Okay, so where am I? I finished here, and now I'm doing the maximum for B30 through B36. So select cells B30 through B36 and use maximum as a function to consolidate data from the others. So B30, there's nothing here. Let's see, what is that referring to? Okay, in that last step, I missed checking this box, create links to the source data. That's the reason why my cell references were off. So if I click on OK, see now I do have a row 30. So this is where it threw me off is when I looked at this view on my sheet, I could see I should have had many more columns and rows. And what happened was it by linking that information, it now has consolidated the information, and I can expand this and it will show from all three sources, the information from all three sources. So you can see that these are consolidated. Okay, so let me come back and do the next step was to do the same thing on the cells. Let's see here, B30 through B36. So I'm coming here now, B30 through B36, and I'm doing maximum again for those three items. So I'm going to go subtotal again. Oh, not subtotal, sorry. I want consolidate. And we're taking off the previous references. And this is that little checkbox I missed right here. So you need to make sure you click on that checkbox. And now I want to come in and come back and do this information here and add it and go to Champagne, add it, go to Rockford, add it, make sure that it's linked, and go. And again, I've got my little pluses over here on the side, so I've got my setup. And then it says to select cell A1. Okay. And it says insert a copy hyperlink. Click D3 in the Peoria sheet. Okay, so I'm going to do, where's D3, right? A, B, C, D3. Okay. And create a hyperlink that displays company maximums. Okay. And switches to cell A1 in the maximum premiums. No, so I just wanted to say then I want a hyperlink. So I'm coming to the Home tab. And there is the hyperlink function, usually is in Home. Where is it? Sorry, that was in the Insert tab. So I'm going to go to the Insert tab, click on Link. So I'm adding a hyperlink, but it's actually to that sheet. So I can click over here in Maximums. Place in this document. Should be able to just go in existing file or web page, place in this document. There we go. And it's going to go to maximums and OK. And then we got our hyperlink. Now right click D3 and choose copy from the menu. Copy. And then select the Champagne sheet and place it in D3, and the Rockford and place it in D3. So I'm going to come here, D3, paste, Rockford, D3, paste. And I better save. Okay, so let's see where I am. I am right here. And I've done all this. and then select Peoria sheet and press the escape. Oh, wait. Was I supposed to? Oh, okay. Then I'm supposed to go to Peoria and do escape and remove the copy. Okay. All right. So let's go back here. And it's no longer there. So it's escape. And select D5 and then click the cell with the hyperlink to test it. So I'm coming down to D5 and then coming up here and clicking. That's all we're doing. We're just checking the hyperlink. Okay. Save and close the workbook. Save. And now we're ready to upload. It's done. So that gives you how that one is finished. And you would upload it for the checking and you'd be done. So any more questions, let me know.